My name's Calvin Waite, and I trade Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for a living.
So, some of you might be wondering, well, today was a tough day. We kind of really had a rough, we had a massive spike yesterday on Bitcoin, but we've really kind of struggled to make any more momentum. Will we really hit 14,000? And this video is to kind of explain what is about to happen. So a lot of the energy that happens on these daily and weekly and monthly charts, they happen sort of in fast forward on smaller level charts. And so we're going to do this again. We're going to head over to the 1 hour chart. And you can see this was yesterday's highest point, and then we sold off. Then we kind of had a kind of a recovery little bit, but the cool thing is that you can see that the body here is higher than the body here, so we didn't lose our momentum. We didn't create a lower low. So as we kind of muscled through, we've been slowly, steadily moving up towards our point here of 13,200. Well, guess what happens when we close a bar at exactly 13.2 or even slightly more? All the energy that we've accumulated for the past 24 hours is going to blast off into another upswing. This is just how this works. And so we will definitely hit 13,880. This is our absolute target. This is going to happen. And why do I say that? It is because of our monthly chart that we talked about yesterday. This closes 13,880. This high was 13,880. Guaranteed this upswing is going to touch 13,880. We may come back down from there, and it might take us a little bit, but this is exactly where we're headed. So looking at the daily chart again, once we touch the tip of yesterday, and our bar is going to be done in 1 hour and 49 minutes. So 2 hours from now, we're going to probably touch this, and then we're going to go straight up to 13,880, and it's going to be pretty sweet. So one other thing to see is that our 50-day moving average is starting to increase in speed. Our incline is increasing, and our 100 days is still kind of doing its thing. So probably within 2 or 3 days, these will cross back up again, and we will start a new green band. And the green band will last as long as it stays above the 50. So this is what we want to see. Bull market. We want green and yellow and white, and then back to green. If we go from yellow to red, then we're in trouble. But we are definitely entering the next phase of this bull market. So after 2 days of a serious altcoin sell-off, this is all of us in our portfolios. It's like, this is safe. Is it still safe out there? Today I wanted to show you guys a coin that has done pretty well over the years. It has been a pretty impressive coin. So the coin is Waves, and it started, at least the Bittrex chart starts in June of 2016. So this coin is 4 years old, and often a 4-year-old coin, if any of you have tracked any coins that have lasted 4 years, that already is impressive. But so look at Waves. It has a normal launch without any crazy wild hype cycle to start. I mean, I guess, this is a 100% gain here from this midsection, but it wasn't overblown. So we kind of started we had a red section, and our entrance is right here after we cross above the 50, after we get out of a red section. And the first thing we did when we exited the green zone up here, it would have been 145,000. So our entrance at 25, this was a 6x return. And then it kind of had a rough patch here, and then we got into the red zone. When we exited the red zone, this is where I normally take an entrance. So this would have been about 63, but we never made it to a green zone. And we had another chance to collect more. This was at 58, so we probably wouldn't reinvest since we already had enough at that point, at that price point. And then we sold off during the 2018, but we did have a possible entrance at 37,000. And finally, our last opportunity. So we'd have had 3 positions in this coin. We would have entered at 30,000 right here. And then look at this. We would have broken even on our last 2 positions. Bam, bam. And we would have cashed in on a, let's see, we would have exited the yellows on here. This would have been a 150% return at this point right here when we exit that green. There's nothing to say we would enter another green zone, so you'd kind of want to watch this and play it by ear. But now look at this. We entered a big bad decline, hit into this red zone now, and look at this. We had an opportunity to buy at 11,000 and again at 9,000. And look at this. So if we'd have taken our exit at 14, so in my mind this isn't enough gain to take an exit. So we may have been patient on this one, but look what we've done in the more recent past. We've had a nice run into the green zone here. Our exit would have been 22,000. So this would have been a 3x or a 2x return. So this coin has delivered, and it has done pretty well. So if you're interested in this coin, it is a coin that I do trade, and there's just some interesting things that are happening in the more recent past. So since we had this top here, we've actually revisited it. So we've had 2 points at the same level. Normally, if we're exiting a green zone, oftentimes we have these declining highs. And to have a higher or an equal high right after each other is noteworthy. And then not only that, but we have this high that looks like we're having a handoff right here. So we have these lower lows, which is not great, but look how it's following the 100-day moving average. And then once we broke through the 50-day, this is enough information to confirm that we are finding support on the 50-day. So this might be an interesting one to take a look at. If you guys have an extra small position or something, this could be very interesting to see what goes from here. Obviously, you'll have to weigh the pros and cons and decide whether this has got enough return, available, because our 50% return is here. But this looks pretty. It looks like it's strengthening from my point of view. So I haven't been afraid to take a position in this particular coin. So, but anyway, it's definitely one to take a look at. Over the last 2 days, we've had major sell-offs, and I wanted to point out a couple of coins that actually made it through pretty good, because with this drop, we still have recovered nicely. One other coin that we have recovered pretty well on, I wanted to say that Litecoin, it did find strength for the past couple of days. We were rejected on the 50, so I would not take an entrance in Litecoin until we cross and close above this 50. Another coin, we did a video not long ago on XLM, and this chart is hanging on by a thread. We still have a higher high here. If we can hang on to this, then that will be positive. Where we've had this resistance that we haven't crossed, and then we finally crossed it and established it as support, we have a couple of good things going for us. The fact that if we can nail this down as a higher high or a higher low than this low, then we're in great shape. And a couple of others, Cardano is one that We haven't completely destroyed ourselves on this one with these giant drops down. A lot of coins have really looked ugly and turned upside down, but we are definitely touching, we're above our long-term support, and the question is can we turn around here? I know we have a death cross right here, but depending on where we are, like we're in green to yellow, and then we cross back to white. If we cross to red, then we're in big trouble. But the fact that we cross to white makes me feel like there's a little bit of life to this, and we'll go back to white if we can get above our 50. So keep an eye on that one as well. There are a couple that did not make it out so great. Some of these are a little iffy. Ethereum's one I wanted to point out, that we are definitely seeing lower. We're seeing lower highs, and here I thought we were building up some momentum. The question is will this line actually support us? You can see very obviously that where we had resistance, we've now retouched it as support, but this line is so steep that gaining support on this line is nothing to brag about. If we can't get above this level right here pretty soon, like in this run, however long this run lasts, if it lasts for 2 or 3 days and we don't get above this, I wouldn't be holding Ethereum if we can't. If we can get above it before we have our drop, then that'll change everything for Ethereum, and we'll definitely be seeing bull days ahead. So anyway, there's a chart for you guys. I hope you guys have a good day, and best of luck in all of your trading.
Hey, thanks for hanging on till the end of the video. If you liked anything I said, please support the channel by subscribing. If not, feel free to leave a comment, and I'd be happy to take a look and make improvements to the channel so it'll be better next time.